list of command line interface commands in Windows. So in general, the hierarchy of running commands in CMD is as follows. So if you want to type the command in your CMD, this is the template of the command. You can just type the command, the type of the command, argument 1, space argument 2, then space argument 3, and so on. And a simple example of command is copy. Copy is a command. File.txt is the argument 1. SO 2018 is argument 2. So this command is for copying the file txt into the SO 2018 folder. Command in CMD is case insensitive, so you can just use the uppercase or lowercase. You can see the list of commands in CMD using the help command. So if you just type the HALP in your CMD, you will see all of the list of all of command in the CMD. So first time you run CMD as a general user, you will be directed to the current user folder. Like I was explained before, if you run the CMD as a general user, so the current directory is in your current user folder. So some commands for file and folder management. As you can see right here, there are several commands. If you type the cd, cd is moved to another directory. Cd dot is moved to the previous directory. Dir, see the list of file and folder in current directory. Move is for move the file or folder to another directory. Copy is for copying file or folder to another directory. Rename is just for renaming the file or folder. Erase is for deleting the file. And mkdir is for create a new folder. rmdir is for deleting the folder. So erase and rmdir is different, because if we want to delete the folder, we must use the rmdir command, not the erase command. The erase is just for deleting the file, and rmdir is for deleting the folder. We will try one by one of this command after this. So as you can see like here, I will create a SO 2018 folder in my current user directory, right? So mkdir SO 2018. It means I will create a new folder and I will name it as a SO 2018. Then I put this folder into my current user directory, like this one. Then after that, I put the cd, I put the command cd space SO 2018. It means I will move to the SO 2018 folder, right? So as you can see, after I put this command into my CMD, my current directory is not in users now file again, but I will move to the SO 2018 folder, like this one. Then I will create some folder. I will create several folder inside my SO 2018 folder. So for example, I will create KPA, KPP, KPC, KPD, KPE, and KPF inside my SO 2018 folder. So I will type the mkdir command, mkdir space KPA, mkdir space KPP, then until mkdir space KPF, like this one. Then I want to know the list of SO 2018 folder. So I just type dir into my SO 2018 folder. So as you can see right here, this is the list of a file and folder inside my SO 2018 folder. Because there is no file inside my SO 2018 folder, so it's just a dir. As you can see right here, this is dir is the type of the KPA is directory, KPP is directory. Then this is the timestamp when I create that folder. So yeah, for example, I will show you in my command prompt. So for example, I will not run as administrator. I will run my CMD as a general user. So I will create a new directory. inside my current user directory, SO 2018 for example. Then I want to know the list of my current directory, so I will type the dir. Then as you can see, this is the list of file and folder inside my current directory folder, current user directory. Then as you can see right here, I have SO 2018. So where is SO 2018? So maybe I just move to the SO 2018. Okay, so if I put the dir command, so there is no file or folder inside my SO 2018. So for example, I will follow the slide. So I will create a KPA folder and KPP, KPP, KPC, KPD, KPE, then KPF, like this one. So I want to know the list of my SO 2018 folder. As you can see right here, there are some folder inside my SO 2018, KPA until KPF, like this one. Okay, so we will move on to the next slide. So what happened? What happened if we want to create a folder with the space character inside and the name of our folder? If we want to put a space character inside my folder, so you can just use this character. Yeah. So SO space 2018. So for example, I want to create another directory inside my current user directory. So I want to move to the previous directory to the users now file. Then I want to create another directory and I will give the space inside my name of the folder. So SO 2018. This one, I have SO 2018 inside my users now file. Okay. Okay. So we will move on to the next slide. So if I want to move the KPP folder to the KPA folder, then I want to move to to KPA folder. So I will move to the KPA folder, then see what inside the KPA folder. So yeah, I want to copy the KPP folder into KPA folder. Then I want to move to the KPA folder as my current directory. Then I want to see inside of the KPA folder. So I will move to the SO 2018 folder again. Then I want to move, sorry, move KPP to KPA. So the command is move, then the first argument is KPP and the second argument is KPA because I want to move the KPP folder into the KPA folder. So I will type KPP as my first argument, then KPA as my second argument, like this one. Then the KPP folder has moved to the KPA folder. So I want to move to the KPA. Then I want to see what inside in KPA folder. So I just type dir. Then as you can see right here, we have KPP folder inside the KPA folder. Okay, so we will move on to the next slide. And I want to rename the KPP folder to the KPP 2017. Okay, KPP 2017. So I will rename the KPP into the KPP 2017. So we just continue our command inside my CMD. So I want to rename the KPP into KPP 2017. Okay. So as you can see right here, we have KPP 2017 inside KPA folder. Okay. So then command for deleting the folder. So you can just use rmdir space the folder name. Okay. If the folder has no subfolder, I mean if we have a folder and that folder has subdirectory inside that folder, so you need to use rmdir s/s like this one. If the folder has a subfolder, if that folder has no subfolder, you can just use rmdir like this one. So encrypt file or folder. Encryption is done so that the folder cannot be opened by the other user on our Windows. The command used for encryption is cheaper/a/s, then colon file or folder name. So if we want to make encryption into our folder, you can just use zipper space /e space /s colon file or folder name. And the command for decryption is zipper/t/s colon file or folder name. So for example, I want to make encryption into my KPA folder. So I will use the zipper command space /e space /s colon KPA. Then as you can see right here, you will see the warning from the command prompt, setting the directory KPA to encrypt new files. Then you will see the process of encrypting files in C users now file as authenticating KPA. Then if you see the OK status, so your encryption process is done. So for example, if you move to the SO2018 folder, as you can see right here, you will see that there is a lock logo inside the KPA, right? So it means the KPA folder is only can be opened by now file. So for example, your computer, there are more than one users in your computer, maybe Naufal and Farid. Then if I log on as Farid, so he can open the KPA because KPA is encrypted by Naufal. Okay. Okay, the next one is networking command, trace root or tracer. Yeah. So Tracert is for viewing the connection path to the destination IP. So if you want to trace the destination IP, if you want to see the route of the IP to your destination IP, you can just use tracer space destination IP. Or if you want to see the IP config, the configuration of your IP, you can just type the IP config. If you want to perform a test connection to the destination IP, you can just use ping space the destination IP like this one. So for example, I want to know the route. If I want to go to the uls.ubaya.ac.id, I want to see the the IP route from my connection to the uls.ubaya.ac.id. You can just use Tracert space the destination IP of the name of the website. Okay, because yeah, uls.ubaya.ac.id. If I want to know the route to the uls.ubaya.ac.id, I can just use Tracert space the name of IP or the name of the website. So I will give you an example. If you want to clear the command prompt, you can just use CLS. Yeah. Then I want to trace route to the uls.ubaya.ac.id. Oh, maybe I cannot use ubaya.ac.id. If I want to trace route, so yeah, you have to make sure that you have internet connection to do that. So I want to go to the google.com. So I cannot use my traceroute command, or maybe my internet connection does not allow us to make this command. But actually, you can use, you can see the route to the google.com. Okay. Okay. I want to route another website, so we back to the ULS again. Yeah, it depends in your internet connection. If you have slow internet connection, so you will see the longer than usual. Okay. Yeah, actually, if we see from this comment, you see that there is indosat.openixp.net. So we know that our university UBAYA use Indosat as a provider for the internet connection. So maybe ulis.upaya.ac.id it's put inside the Indosat server, as you can see like here, because I use Telkom. I use Telkom for my internet connection as my provider. Then as you can see like here, after we move to the Telkom Open IXP.net, so we will move to the indosat.openixp.net. So as you can see, this is my provider, and this one is UBAYA provider. Okay. So you can also use ipconfig. Yeah, ipconfig is a command on the Windows operating system to display the computer's IP configuration. So if you want to know your local IP, you can just use ipconfig command. And if you want to know the default gateway of your internet connection, you can also use ipconfig. As you can see like here, if we type the ipconfig command, so you will see the information like this one. Then you will see that your current IP, your local IP is 192.168.0.19, and your default gateway is 192.168.0.1. And you can also use ping command. Ping stands for Packet Internet Grouper. It's a utility program used to check network connectivity. If you want to make sure, if you want to connect to your destination IP, you can just use the ping command. If you want to test, if you want to check, maybe you want to open UBAYA website, and you can open that site from your browser, and you want to check is UBAYA website is run or not. You can just use ping space the name of your IP or destination IP or the name of the website. So yeah, this is done by sending a packet to the IP address that you want to test connectivity with and waiting for a response from it. And the next one is SFC command. SFC command used to verify and replace important Windows system files due to a malfunction. This command is useful for checking and fixing problems in your Windows. So if you have a problem in your operating system, you can just use the SFC command to scan. Maybe the problem in your operating system will be detected if you use the SFC command. And SFC command has some argument, as you can see right here. There is scan now, verify only, scan file, off bootir, off windir, and etc. You can just explore by yourself. You can just try the scan now. This option is instruct SFC to scan all protected operating system files and repair as necessary. And verify only, this SFC command option is the same as scan now, but without repairing. So if you use the scan now argument, you not only check your operating system, but also you will repair if SFC command found some problem in your operating system. So if you use verify only, this is just check the problem in your operating system. For scan file of Bootier of Windir, you can just try by yourself. And the last one is shutdown command. We can give commands to the operating system to shut down, log off, hibernate, and etc. via commands shutdown. So you can even use as you can also shut down your computer by using the command prompt. And you can also see a list of the shutdown command arguments with the command shutdown -help. Okay. So for your homework, you need to look for at least 5 commands in CMD other than those previously described. So you can just explore by yourself and make documentation of your 5 another commands in your CMD, and make documentation in PPT and collect it on, I'm sorry, not ULS, but Google Classroom. Okay. If you have any question, you can discuss in Google Classroom stream. You can also email, send your problem by email to my email. Then we prefer to use the Google Classroom for discussion. So all of you will see the problem each other if we use Google Classroom. Okay, thank you.